everyone. Welcome back to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper, and I'm very excited for our next guest. You may know Jennifer Coolidge from some of my favorite films like Legally Blonde, American Pie, and Best in Show. Now she's making us laugh again, this time with Tiffany Haddish and Byrne in the hilarious new movie, Like a Boss. Please help me welcome Jennifer Coolidge.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Jennifer, I was just telling you, I really genuinely laughed out loud more times than I could count during this film, which is super, super rare, you know, to just be completely locked in the whole time. This cast is phenomenal. The plot is so funny. So congrats on that. I think fans are really gonna love it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't take full responsibility. Thank you for saying that, though.
So that was my reaction to seeing it. What was your reaction the first time you got the script and sort of saw what it was gonna be?
Yeah, but you never really know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I read the script and, I knew what the cast was, and I sort of came in later than the rest of the people. And, so you really know what you're signing up for. Sometimes, you don't really know. You don't know. You get offered a role, and I was so, it was everything I wanted it to be and more. I mean, the girls were like, really good. They're a really good hangout group of girls. Like you can, Selma, like she knows what you should do with your life, and gives you great advice, and gives you great man advice, and Rose took me out on the town, and we went out for some fun and some drinking and stuff, and Tiffany is hilarious. I mean, you realize like Tiffany is just. Every moment is just, she's so unpredictable and so fun. Like even at the premiere last night, we're all going in, it was kind of like a little bit serious. The audience is sort of sitting there waiting for the movie. And she just comes in and goes, hey, everybody, just, and she's like, the executive's about to come in. And, what a gift, because she can sort of go anywhere and create a party, she can create this she creates this instant sort of camaraderie for everybody, and then and she's sort of she's the main cheerleader that gets it going, like in a way that I've never seen anyone do that like her, male, female. She's like, she wins,
I love that camaraderie was real, because when you watch the movie, it's all about female friendships and the importance of that, right? And so that's so cool to know that on set you guys had that vibe and that energy going. Do you think that kind of helped you guys get into character even more?
I do, and I think that's why Tiffany chose that movie too. I think I think she feels very strongly about her girlfriends. I mean, she really does. And I was just, I heard today about how this amazing speech that I've never heard, her speech at the Essence Festival in 2018 about all of her best girls, and she, made this incredible speech about them and how important they were and stuff. And I think that's sort of who she is. So no wonder she picked that. Yeah.
And this whole movie's about these two friends who started business together.
Yeah.
Do you have a close female friendship that you've had for a long time, and would you ever consider going into business with that person?
Gosh, it's so scary, like when someone's just going into business. Like, don't you think that just changes? I mean,
Everything.
I don't know. And like, I'm not even saying that my friend would be the weak link. I think I would be. I mean, I just don't, I'm not very organized and stuff, so I don't know what I would contribute, except, I don't know, or maybe some good idea. Sometimes I have good ideas, but as far as like, I'm not the executor, so I would have to have like someone who is like the real business side. I guess I would just be the idea person, but yeah, I mean, everyone wants an organized person, and I don't have that. But yeah, I constantly think. But I do have to say, my when people say like, what do you think your best girlfriend's like trait? What trait do you like in a girlfriend the most? I would have to say, like, I do have some girlfriends, even my sister, where when I'm really in trouble, they'll drop everything no matter how important their thing is. Sometimes I have friends going to something very important. They're just like, what? I told them I can't make it right now. Just what's going on? What a gift to have, a real family that you choose outside of your own family.
It's the best. I have, I mean, my close female friendships are one of the most important relationships in my life. And when you can find a friend who can really like pull you out of something or be there when you don't ask and they just know. Or, I mean, in the movie, there's a conversation where, Tiffany Haddish's character is going through something and Rose brings her like a chicken sandwich. Like even those little things, you really value with those friendships.
Yeah.
It's so cool. So let's talk about your character, Sydney.
Yeah.
She's a divorced dog lover, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my character is just sort of like sort of the lost soul in the bunch that works in the makeup store that's that Tiffany and Rose run, and yeah, I'm just sort of this lost soul that sort of found her family, and I'm lucky I do get to play these sort of broken people.
Yeah. Are you drawn because I really am a huge fan of yours. I know when I see you in a project that I'm going to laugh for sure because the characters that you play are always sort of like larger than life, right? And they're just these people that you kind of wish you knew because they have something about them that is just so other or different, or you know what I mean? Is that what draws you to a character like Sydney? There's just like so many, she's so funny just even if she's sad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, what is it? I think I relate to broken people. I think I relate. Yeah, I think there's probably part of me that has that going on that probably really wants. It's easy to play. I think. Or
you think it's easy to play? See, I look at the characters you play, and I think it takes some real effort.
Wow. No, what? I think to me the ultimate challenge for a part would be to play someone who spoke really fast and someone who really had their act together, and everything they did was really fast, and like that to me would be the ultimate challenge, because everything about me is sort of slow and
methodical, maybe.
Oh, that's such a nice word
Yeah.
for it. Methodical. God, that is the nicest
You're
way of,
welcome.
disorganized or something. But yeah, I'm gonna tell my whole family. I've been methodical all along.
My whole life.
Yeah.
I'm just strategic, and we're planning, and it all comes together.
Yeah, you know what? If I could just get these adjectives, after this.
Girl, I'll give you my number.
Oh my
you can text
God.
me anytime you need a word.
Wow, they turn into affirmations instead of something negative. Wow.
There you go. Just put "I am methodical" on your
Yes.
bathroom mirror,
Yes.
and look at it every single morning.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being on set again, because
Yeah.
we look at this cast comedically. I think some of the best comedians in the game in this film.
Yeah.
So what was the vibe like on set? How much were you guys able to go off script, or was there any improv in any of the scenes?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did improv, and we tried to. Tiffany was always trying to get us going, so we'd be really loose, so that when we started shooting, we could, sort of have this very relaxing. I have to say the director Miguel Arteta was very, very, very good about letting us try different things, and he did this amazing movie called The Good Girl, which is one of my favorite movies of all time with Jennifer Aniston. Like, I think that was like one of her best acting roles. And he really is. He's a great director, and sets up a good environment. And but yeah, Tiffany gets it going, and I did improvise a lot of lines, and there was a line in the movie. I'm not going to say what it is because it was a joke I said. I didn't think it was very funny, but anyway, it ended up in the movie. Like I just said it because I was trying to think of what's the worst thing I could say at this time. Like, what's the worst thing what's the worst sentence that could come out of and I said it, and then I'm like, watching the movie, I'm like, it's in? How did that make it in? I mean, I couldn't believe it. But it is fun, too, when you improvise a line and they actually make it in, but that one shouldn't have been in. Anyway.
But does that make a project more fun for you as somebody with just an extensive background in comedy? I know you've done stand-up, you've done improv. Is it fun when you're on a set where you can kind of pull from and use those different things?
Yes, it is. And you realize it's almost cooler than stand-up in the way that, like, you realize that they screen these movies and they make sure that, like, a lot of people agree on, like, if it's good or not. Like, so you realize your line has made it past a lot of people that have given it the okay, as opposed to, like, two drunk guys in the front row that go, yeah, I like that, you know.
Or two drunk guys who say, I don't like that. And you're like, shut up.
Yeah. There's loads of those. Yeah, I mean, stand-up, when I did stand-up, it was very, I thought that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. And I have such respect for, Tiffany and Amy Schumer and all these, like, women that are just superstars in the stand-up world. I just give them so much credit because it's just unbelievably difficult, and they make it look make it look just absolutely effortless, and they make it look like it's really fun for them. And I just thought it was really rough, like really like, you're just so vulnerable,
Would you ever do it again? And are you somebody who like thinks of jokes that you write down? Is that something is that like a process for you?
Oh my God, it's so weird you say that because the other day I was like, oh my God, I've got to write this down. This is better than any of my stand-up. And I thought, okay, no, of course, but I'm wearing a shapewear, and when I have shapewear on, I don't even know my name because it's so tight. Literally, it takes all the oxygen out of my brain, and I have no idea like what's going on when I'm wearing it. So
I
but
agree.
What?
I agree. I think people underestimate the restriction.
Oh my God, I just can't remember. You're just like, yes, I had that really funny thing that, and then it's just it goes because you're like, because you literally need to be popped from out of this thing. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool. I think if I was going to do stand-up again, I would just do like a section of my life, like just, one thing I always have, if I ever have an assistant or someone who works for me, the roles always switch and reverse themselves. Like I become the assistant and they become the boss. And I don't know how that quite works. It's sort of like, whatever authority I think I have, I really don't have it. And I don't know if people are more comfortable telling me what to do, and then I acquiesce, and it's a very weird reverse thing. So I would do a whole show on something, like I just pick one topic and just do and do a whole story about it, as opposed to, doing like talking about 50 things.
That it always seems super daunting to me as well, doing stand-up. So kudos to you for
Have
even
you done
ever.
it, right?
Oh, never.
Never.
No. I'm not like funny like that.
Oh, shut
I'm always funny on accident, when I'm just being nerdy and people laugh and I'm like, oh, that's really how I
No, but
feel.
if you string your accidents together,
Oh, okay.
it's stand-up.
Are you going to inspire me to do stand-up in 2020, Jennifer?
Yes. Think of all the accident things that you said that were funny. You just sort of line
Write
them
them
up.
down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep you posted on that. I might consider it, but probably not because it terrifies me. But you, like I said, you've been a part of some of my favorite movies and shows over the years. I'm interested, was acting always what you wanted to do, or did you have like a plan B?
Yeah, I had plan B. I was like a makeup artist. I was trying to be a makeup artist and did all the different elements of makeup. And
Oh, so that lines up with this film quite
that lines up with
nicely.
this film. But but you know what? To be honest, like I ended up as an actress because it was the only thing that when I was in acting class, it was the only thing that. Sorry, I had a sesame seed. No, it's the only thing where people really said after like acting class, they would come up to me and say, "I think you should do this." And I played the clarinet. I was a fast runner, but no one ever came up to me and said like, this running thing, you should do it, or your clarinet playing is so brilliant, whatever. But I have to say, the acting thing, no matter what class I was in, whatever, people actually said nice things, and I never had that in any other area. So I felt like, well, maybe I have this one area that maybe I could do something, and
Lean into it.
and then of course Seinfeld sort of started it all.
Yeah, I saw that was your very first TV role.
It was.
But you also appeared on like Frasier and Friends. Like you've been on so many iconic TV shows. When you look back at that, I mean, how do you feel about just well, not even that, just the roles you've gotten to play and the shows and projects you've been a part of.
Yeah, I mean it's been pretty good, but but it's so exciting because, I was on this show called She TV, and it was a bunch of female comedians. We were all together. It was sort of like the female sketch show of like Saturday Night Live, but just girls. Except this one guy had this minor role in it, but it didn't go any. It didn't. They did like 6 episodes, and it didn't go anywhere. And it's sort of like I am excited for women now that, I mean, the doors have really opened, and really cool things are happening to women, and for they're writing and directing, and I mean, you look at this movie, like a Boston. It's got all these great girls, and girls are opening movies all the time, and so I have to say it's really exciting. And I didn't, when I was in, when I just gotten like Seinfeld and everything, I didn't ever in a million years think it was going to get this good. I mean, it is weird how amazing it's gotten for women,
Are you still, or what excites you about a project or a role now? What do you sort of look for? Are there any new challenges that you would want to take on?
Yeah, like I said, I'd love to play a very organized, fast-talking woman that's like a real badass instead, someone maybe less vulnerable than myself, than other characters I usually
Tougher.
play. Yeah, tougher, like a real scary woman, like maybe even a serial killer would be, or something really not.
Or like Selma Hayek's character in this, where she's so like, she comes in and she's mean and she's tough and.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like a scary woman, but then not funny at all, like maybe really damaged with a chainsaw or something,
Cool. Just keep leveling it up. Just keep.
You get, when you play like, when you're like the goofy girl or whatever, when you're like, and in a lot of it is like, I don't even know like the facial expressions I make and stuff. So I don't even, sometimes I don't think I'm doing comedy, but it's like, I do think it's something that has nothing to do with, like, I think my face makes these weird expressions, and then, people think I'm like purposely, creating something, and it's just my
An accident?
weird tick. Yes. Yeah, but I would love to do a movie where like somehow in the shots they could eliminate those looks. So I would just love to be just frightening, just really frightening, and everyone in the movie fear you, and maybe even like appear that there's something okay about you, and then behind closed doors just be really damaged.
You want to play American Psycho, basically.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they say you have to put things out in the world, and I don't know. You know what I mean?
No,
you
we're
wanna-
manifesting. I'm going
right?
to do
Are you
stand up this
manifesting?
year.
You should.
And you're going to
yes.
be this.
Because those accidents,
dark-
like I said, it doesn't matter if it's accidents.
Yeah.
Because if it's really funny, it doesn't matter. You don't even have to tell people it's an accident. You know what? Don't tell people it's an accident, because then you don't get credit for it.
You're right. Okay, that's fair. I'm learning so much from you, Jennifer.
I have so little wisdom, but thanks for thanks for saying that. Well, thank you.
And my curiosity just wants to know, because I'm somebody who quotes your characters a lot. Do you have a character that you've played that you quote, or that you think of often? I guess maybe too.
Do I have a character that I really don't have anyone I quote. No, I just do I have any? I mean, if at least, I don't know, 5 or 10 times a day, I, come out of getting coffee from Starbucks or something, and someone comes up to me and says, "You want a hot dog real bad, don't you?" What I mean? Like, there are those lines that you're like, I'm never gonna get away from
Ever.
this, am I?
Ever.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Because I had
then-
to try really hard not to say it to you. Just.
Yeah, no, and then I want to say, a plant-based hot dog. Right. But, yeah.
I just love you so much.
Aw, and I have, yeah, we have to get with the times, There.
Well, we do have a couple questions.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So who has the first one?
All right.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
I'm Robert.
Hi, Robert.
If you ever do a movie as a serial killer, I'll watch it.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, Robert.
Um,
Are you a producer, Robert?
I will write a script for you. Okay.
Oh,
We'll
God
make it.
bless.
We'll make it work.
Can you believe how fast this was manifested?
I'm telling
Yes, that's
you.
fast.
Oh my God.
Oprah tried to tell us. You just have to ask the universe.
I think I counted to 10.
Yeah. My friend Xander's a scriptwriter. We'll make it work.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Question for you. You mentioned that Salma Hayek gave you some life advice and advice about men.
Yeah.
Can you share some of the advice that she gave you?
Well, Selma is one of those people that I think Selma knows how to say no a lot. And I think that was the best, I think that's her best advice that I mean, you know, because I was just saying the other day, like, you know, that I just saying the other day that like a guy came up to me and he said, hi, you know, in a grocery store, and he said, hey, Jennifer, my wife really loves you. Loves you from American Pie. And I was wondering if you could sign this for me. And it was a box of Stay Free maxi pads. and and he was in, you know, he was in a store and he was about to check, you know, but it was, and I said, you know, the interviewer said, you know, did you sign it? And I said, yes, I did. And I said, because it never occurred to me that I could just say, not that box. No, how about like, you know, I'll sign a Snickers bar, but not the box of Stay Free maxi pads. But, you know, I never know that I can say no. You know, you know, and that's Selma's all about, you know, you can just tell Selma's not ever doing anything she doesn't want to ever. And so I think I have to say, I need more of Selma's style. So once in a while, you know what I mean? When, you know, they say, you know, can we throw some cow dung in your face? I can be like, no. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know.
I like that you did say yes though to you and Selma's character getting a little bit of a tussle in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Was that fun to shoot?
Yeah, you know, and that was Selma's idea. She was like, how about, you know, we bang boobs, you know? You know, that was all her idea. It was. And I was like, really? But you're right, I did say yes.
Said yes.
Yeah.
And it's a great moment.
Yeah, and you know, we ran at each other at like 50 miles an hour.
I was
With
saying
our
it was a
hands
very
behind
intense,
our backs.
It was an intense collision.
No, that was real. That was a real smashing.
But you guys really want to see the movie now,
Oh
huh?
my God! Wow.
And I think we have one more question right here.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Completely different questions. First, if you could share any updates on the Legally Blonde sequel. And also, I watched an interview here 2 years ago, and I'd like to ask you how it was the experience of having Sofia Coppola shoot the buyout in your house.
Oh, yes. All right, I'll do the Sofia Coppola thing first, just because I'm such a huge fan of her movies, and she's another super, like, right? Like, yeah, a trailblazer, and makes incredible movies. And I thought that was just such a visual masterpiece, such a beautiful movie. But yeah, that was filmed at my house. All the interiors were filmed in my house in New Orleans, and I was so pleased because the house was filled with Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell and Kirsten Dunst. But yeah, that was really great because I swear to God, like even after the cast is left, that was like what they shot that 2 years ago. There's a lingering of Beguiled. I don't know I don't know. Like it's sort of brought some sort of magic feeling, and I'm really glad they shot it in there. Just that it's on film forever, and that and there's some very creepy moments to that movie, and it's all in the house.
That's what I was like when you said magic. I was like, good magic or
no, it was
dark magic?
it was a very dark story. I had these like little dents all over my living room floor, and I was trying to figure out what they were. And Colin Farrell had a cane in the movie, and he really messed up my living room floor. But it was worth it. That movie was just. I mean, see that. You know what? Just so you can remember, that's the kind of movie I want to make. Like, except I want to be the creep. Well, I was doing a TV job so I flew in like 2 times and saw everybody at the house. I came in and I was there for a day or whatever I do, and then left. But yeah, so that whole amazing thing when I didn't even get to be like one of the servant girls or something. I could have been like in some little bonnet in the corner peeking out, or I didn't get to be anything in that, or even observe it except for the 2 days. Yeah.
But luckily, he's writing a script for you, so
Yes.
we're gonna work on that.
And I think that time, that era in history, I think would be good.
Are you taking notes?
Just so you don't back out of this, Okay. All right.
And the Legally Blonde question is something I know a lot of people have
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about, which you've talked about, but it's just sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard I've heard different dates of when it started. I would love to play Paulette again. I hope she's in the next movie. But, you know, I remember they were doing Pretty Little Lies, and then I was told like they were going to maybe start doing it after Pretty Little Lies. And
Big
I
Little
mean, not
Lies,
Big Little.
yeah.
Oh my God, Big Little Lies. Big Little Lies. But then the morning show came up, and I don't know. Yeah, so it's sort of off. I don't know. I mean,
Reese
I
is
hope
doing a lot, but you're saying you're in
is.
for whenever it happens.
I'm sure. Yeah, I would love to do it. Yes.
You have to do it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Hey,
right?
yeah.
Like, it's not the
Hey.
same if you're not there. So
Oh.
we are looking forward to that.
Oh.
In the meantime, though, guys, you
Yeah.
gotta go check out Like a Boss. It is so much fun, and it
Yeah.
hits theaters on January 10th, so make sure you check it out. And put your
Yeah.
hands together for Jennifer
Hey,
Coolidge.
thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.